Insulin resistance has direct effects on your heart. So if your A1C is high, this post is for you. Here's your 2-minute biology on the effects of insulin resistance and cardiovascular health. Heart muscle tissue relies mostly on fat for its energy. Because of this means that heart cells have to have a lot of mitochondria because the process of burning fat, called beta oxidation, takes place in the mitochondria. Here's something that you need to know about the heart. It has to pump forever. It cannot stop. So it needs a fuel source that's stable, abundant, and long-lasting. Fat contains twice the energy of glucose, and our bodies store tens of thousands of calories of fat. So by relying on fat, your heart has access to deep reserves of energy that for the most part stay consistent. Sugar, the amount of sugar in your blood varies based on when you eat. The heart can't deal with that because it needs a consistent supply of energy. Fat is perfect for this. Now, there's an enzyme on the surface of your mitochondria called carnitine palmitoyltransferase 1, also known as CPT1. This is essentially the gatekeeper to allow fat to enter the mitochondria to be used for energy. CPT1 listens to another molecule called malonyl coenzyme A. This molecule is essentially the stop signal for CPT1 to not let any more fat into the mitochondria. Those levels of malonyl CoA go up when insulin is high, and that's going to stop the entry of fat into, or rather slow it down, the entry of fat into the mitochondria so it doesn't work as well. Now the cell gets flooded with fat that it cannot burn because its entry into the mitochondria becomes more and more limited. Cells don't really like when you get a bunch of fat buildup because it's like if you had a house and you've got a bunch of clutter all over it. It doesn't necessarily look great and you don't really like it that much. The cell doesn't like it either. So what happens is that you get these buildups that cause problems of the cell, for the cell, called diacylglycerols, ceramides, and acylcarnitines. And when this builds up, it causes things such as inflammation, oxidative stress, things that cardiac cells generally don't like, and most cells don't either, especially when prolonged. So in the heart, this can cause stiffer cell membranes, impaired contraction and relaxation, and this can lead downstream to things such as fibrosis or early cardiomyopathy. And because the heart is having more trouble using fat, it has to turn to other sources such as glucose, but the heart doesn't really like that either. Your heart really wants to use fat for its energy. Give it the opportunity by keeping your blood glucose low so that your insulin stays low, and this is going to free up your ability to use fat efficiently in your heart cells' mitochondria. So guys, let me know if this made sense. If you have any questions, of course, let me know in the comments below. Live coming up on Saturday, 11 a.m. EST. And as always, I will see you in the next one.